Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Sarah and this is my channel, Novel Serendipity, and this is going to be a reading vlog. I haven't done a reading vlog in months and this is going to kind of have a theme, and it is basically going to be like a currently reading vlog, and it might give me a little bit of motivation to finish these books I'm currently in the middle of. The first one is Furyborn by Claire Legrand, and I am currently on page 288, and so this is what I have left. A little bit more than halfway. I am really liking it so far. I am liking it more than I thought I was going to. I didn't think I was going to like it. Well, I thought I was going to like it. I just didn't think I was going to like it this much, because it is one of those hyped books that when it first came out, there were some people that were kind of like not super happy with it, but the longer it's been out, the more positive things I've heard about it, and so I got it from my library, and yes, I plan to finish it this week. Oh yes, it is May 19th. It is a Wednesday. The second book is one of my Naruto TBR books, and it is To Read a Childhood Favorite, and I am reading The Doll People by Anne M. Martin and Laura Godwin, and then the pictures, there's like illustrations, is by Brian Selznick, and I am currently on page 110, and so I have this much left. And this book is super fast to read. Let me show you. It's like super huge pages but super ginormous words and margins. It is a child's book, and then there are illustrations on pages here. So that's Annabelle and Tiffany. So here we are, childhood favorite. And basically what I tell people if they didn't grow up with this book is, if you like Toy Story, you'll like this book, except it's not like all toys, it's mainly just dolls. So dolls come to life, basically. It's very much like Toy Story. So here it is. Used to love it. I am still loving it as an adult, but it is just a fast-paced, lighthearted read, low stake, and I'm just really loving it. The next book I am currently reading is A Heart So Fierce and Broken by Bridget Kemmerer, and this one is also on my Naruto TBR, and I think it is one of my punishment books to read books that you said you would in the past but didn't, and I didn't finish it. I am currently on page 235, so I have this much left, and I am liking it a lot. I'm scared while reading it, not because it's like scary or thrilling, it's just I'm afraid certain things are gonna happen, and I really like these characters. Well, I like some of these characters. This is book 2 of the Curse Breakers series, and Harper is the main character in the first book. Her brother is in this second book as like a side character, a lot more than he was in book 1, and I just really dislike him, and that's all I'm gonna say about that. The next one is City of the Uncommon Thief by Lynn Bertrand, and this one I got because I originally got an arc of this one but never got around to reading it, and it was at one of the libraries in my library system, so I decided to rent it out so I could read it. Pretty sure this is going to be a DNF. I don't DNF books, so that's when you know that I really dislike the book, because I don't ever DNF books. But I'm currently on page 29. I am going to read it for the rest of the week, maybe like a chapter a day, but I dislike the writing style a lot. The last time I didn't like a book this much was The Keeper of the Mist. I don't even remember who the author is. I barely got through that one. That one I know I ended up skimming the end of it. It's just I really dislike the writing style in this. So far the explanations and introducing the characters and the plot have just been super confusing and all over the place. I'm all for maps, but this is ridiculous. And then there is this whole page of names, and so there's like the bells of the day, so like midnight, 1 o'clock, 2, that so on and so forth, except the words that are used don't make a lot of sense. The days of the week, the month of the year, and then the different towers and their districts. There's no way I want to be flipping back every 5 words to figure out this book. So I am trying, but I'm going to read maybe a chapter a day until the book is due, and then if I'm still not into it, I will probably DNF the book. I want to get to at least 15, maybe 20% through the book. So when I do my review on Goodreads and NetGalley, I at least have something like critical to say. If it was just me picking up this book for fun, I wouldn't care. But it is a book where it's also NetGalley. So I'm like, I have to say something. I had to critique it in some way. I can't be like, this book wasn't for me. Like, I would feel bad. So it is published now, but hair is all over the place. Also, I'm wearing no makeup. My glasses are on. Do I look like a totally different person? Probably. So far, this book is not for me. It is one of the most confusing books I have ever read. So here we are. Did my makeup. My mom got me this super cool shirt. It's Mario Kart 1992, my birth year. So I gotta do my hair. My makeup is done and I'm gonna film at least 2 videos today. Mark my words. Hi guys, so I just filmed 2 videos. Yes, I filmed a video. I filmed 2 videos. Who am I? I don't know. Haven't posted a video since the beginning of the month. And that video was late, so just an update on my reading. I officially DNF'd City of the Uncommon Thief by Lynn Bertrand. So yes, for all the reasons I previously stated in one of my last vlog clips, it's not for me, unfortunately. This is like my second DNF ever. So last night and this morning I did make a little bit more progress on the doll people. I am currently on page 191 and don't have that much left. I want to finish this book tonight. Oh puppy, it's okay. I don't know if you can hear that or not, but here we are. But really liking it. It's cute. It's cute. It has that like middle grade feel, mystery, high stake feel to it, which as an adult doesn't feel very mysterious or high stake, but I love it. I love it a lot. It's cute. Recommend it to like middle schoolers, and here we are. They're over there, but I do, after I finish the doll people today / tonight or whenever, I do want to make either a good dent in Furyborn or a good dent in A Heart So Fierce and Broken. I don't know which one I want to focus on today / tonight, but I do want to make a very large dent in one or both of those books by the end of the night before I go to bed. So here we are. But yes, there are tree trimming people here today, trimming trees. We had to get a new water heater that broke, so here we are. But yes, it is hot. It is hot. I forgot how hot this room gets. We have central air, but our house is 100 years old and the air doesn't necessarily get up here. So not great for me, but like I said, old house. But yes, so here's my update. Just got back from work. Last night I finished The Doll People. I gave it 5 stars because it was cute and funny and just a lighthearted middle grade that I think kids would still love even though it's older. So yes, loved it. I liked as a middle grade, it talked about family. It talked about when you're afraid of like doing things, but you still need to do the right thing. It has that adventurous character and it just has a lot. It definitely just had a lot. So I'm happy that I finished it. I finished a book. Look at me go. Before work, I did film another video, one that probably won't come out for a couple months, but I filmed my second Adopt a TBR where I'm adopting my old TBRs and reading the books that I said I was going to read or books that I've bought in the past 2.5 years that I still haven't read. So I filmed that. It's going to be ready to go for whenever I need it. And yeah, we're just gonna kind of go from there. So yes, I'm going to be having burrito bowls for dinner. Not bowls, just one bowl. So I was going to start prepping that because that's for Din Din and I am starving. I've had a smoothie and a power bite and that's literally it. So I'm hot and my work is hot. My new part-time job is hot. But yes, so here we are, moving on. Hello, it is Monday. Don't know the date. 24th, 25th? I don't know. It's Monday. But this weekend I bought a couple things. The first being a book. I got Prince of Thorns by Mark Lawrence. I have, where is it? Please hold. I have books 2, which is, that's 3. Book 2, which is King of Thorns, and book 3, which is Empire of Thorns. So now I have book 1. Here's the entire thing. I'm trying to get more into adult fantasy, and so here we are. I don't know if this is fantasy. Adult. It was in the fantasy sci-fi section, so I'm assuming it's some sort of fantasy. Honestly, can't tell you more about that. When he was 9, he watched as his mother and brother were killed before him. By the time he was 13, he was the leader of a band of bloodthirsty thugs. By 15, he intended to be king. He's a prince. It looks like it's about time for him to return to the castle he turned his back on to take what's rightfully his. Since the day he hung pinned on thorns of a briar patch and watched Count Renner's men slaughter his mother and young brother, Borg has been driven to vent his rage. Life and death are no more than a game to him, and he has nothing left to lose. So here we are. Also, it was $3.99 at half price books. What a good price. And then I got a new Nintendo 64 controller. This is like a dark teal turquoise. It's like slightly see-through, and it's new. I just spent $20 on it, but the 2 64 controllers I have are like kind of, they're not doing so hot. They're old. They are real old. So new, and it says new on the back. So never been used. It does say new and improved stick. We all know how these joysticks like to get a little tricky, but here we are. I also reorganized my bookshelves just a little bit. I moved my Sarah J Maas up there, so it's out of like the line of like sight for when I film because of. And then I moved my Full Metal Alchemist stuff down here. Let me switch my camera around. I moved some of my Full Metal Alchemist stuff down here. So I have the original manga, volumes 1 through 3, where I have Edward and Alphonse and his kitties, and then in the back, I have the box sets of the original anime, parts 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then I have some of my reference books, anime magazines where Full Metal Alchemist either made the cover or some other thing. The original anime profiles from the original anime. I have the 4-panel comics, and then volumes 1 and 2 of the Full Metal edition, and they're beautiful. And then I started buying mass market paperbacks. This is my super small collection, but here are the Mark Lawrence books I was just talking about, and then I have the Soulless 5-book series by Gail Carriger, and I've heard really good things about it, so I really want to get to this. This is like a fantasy paranormal vampire romance book series, so here we are, super excited about it. So this is my new shelf. And while I'm at it, here's my Daughter of Smoke and Bone shelf with some of my other favorites stuffed off to the side. And then I have my Josephine Angelini shelf, look at her go. And then some other favorites on my middle row of favorites. I am now waiting for the plumber to arrive. We are having water issues, and our hot water does not want to like come out any of the faucets. So yes, sometime today. I go to work at 1. He's not here yet. But like, look at this. Okay. Here's our hot water, as far as it goes. That's it. But look at this cold water. Hot water. So yeah, we need someone to come fix our water. So here we are. But that's pretty much it. Oh, last night, where'd it go? Here we are. Last night, I read 6 or 8 chapters of A Heart So Fierce and Broken by Bridget Kemmerer. I am now on page 297 and I'm still really liking it. I am so curious as to how this book is going to end and then how book 3 is going to bring everything together. Like, I'm actually kind of excited about it. I hear a truck. Is he here? Negative. 2 main thoughts while I was reading yesterday. The first being, if you've read book 1, Prince Ren, he's had a traumatic life, like super traumatic. And in book 2, he's not super great. I mean, in book 1, he's not super great either, like as a human being. But in book 2, I'm not gonna give any spoilers away, but he's not great. And what I really enjoy about that like story plot line so far is that all the characters, except for like one, are really good about acknowledging the fact that he is just being hot garbage, but they're also acknowledging the fact that there are reasons why he is the way he is. And I think there is a lot of talk in a lot of other, especially YA fantasies, where people are like, oh, he's just a horrible person, and like that's just kind of the end of the story. But in A Heart So Fierce and Broken, they're like, oh yeah, well, you know, it kind of makes sense because of the life he's lived. Not to say that that's an excuse, and it's not written as an excuse, but it's kind of like explanation why Ren is the way he is. And that I really appreciate that. Another thought is Liamara, who is introduced in this book. I just need her to acknowledge that her mom is also hot garbage, but she's like, yes, I trust my mother. My mother may be like, she's murderous. She is heartless. She's like a conquering queen of a border country. And so she's not just a queen. Her like entire life, it has been dedicated to conquering people and land around her land. And that makes for a very brutal, cutthroat person. But the reasons behind it, like, I don't feel like justify the means, but Liamara is to like, oh no, like, I trust her to, you know, fuck everyone over. And it's just like, but her history has been to talk down to people, to belittle people, to use people's past histories, emotions against them. And I don't feel like she's quite come to terms with who the person, her mother, is. And I feel like she's gonna get Gray into a lot of trouble because Gray is the main character, or the second main character in this book. So love Gray. If he doesn't live through the end of this book or end of next book, if he doesn't live forever, I'm going to be very upset, but here we are. Also, Harper's brother is just like 2 chapters ago, he kind of made like a redeeming, how do I put this, like action. He did something nice. He has been an a-hole through this entire book. Like, I despise him so much. Oh gosh, despise him so much. But anyways, yes, made a pretty good dent in this book. Yes, I'm going to probably focus on Furyborn today and maybe start a new book or 2. I have a checklist of books I need to start, chapters of each book I need to read for this week. And so I am going to try to catch up from last week and stay on track for this week. So I need to get on that. So here we are. Okay, so I'll probably read more of this tonight, but before work, I read 2 chapters and the intrigue is there. Okay, that's all I have left. The intrigue is there. I feel like the romance, we follow 2 characters and both of their romances are a little slow burn, hate to love, love, but slow nonetheless. The intrigue is slow burn. Like, we get little snippets of information in each chapter, but it's all given to you very slowly. And usually those types of books drive me absolutely nuts, but I love this book. Like, so far, I adore this book. And yeah, that's what I have to say about that. Before work, I do want to start Fable, and I want to read 1 chapter at least today, just kind of like get the ball rolling. And I know this is like a pirate / merchant book where a young lady watches her mother when she was younger fall off the edge of a ship and drown to death, if I'm not mistaken. And sometime later, her dad maroons her on this like merchant pirate island or something like that. I'm not even completely sure. And she has to enlist help of someone on this island that's full of horrible people to get back to her father and get back to her birthright of standing next to her father and her father's crew. And yeah, I'm just really excited to finally get to this book. I've been putting it off for so long. I'm gonna read it and I'm gonna start today. Chapter 1, at least, nothing else. Here we go. Okay, before I go into work, I didn't decide to wear like any makeup today because I sweat at work. I sweat a lot. It's a lot of lifting and bending and carrying and so on and so forth. And so yeah, minimal. Anyways, here I am. I just got done with the first chapter of Fable. This is gonna be a good book. Okay, so Fable is the girl. She was dropped off on the island of thieves. Okay, and that's like right where the book starts. Like she's already been there for 4 years and she's trying to scrounge up enough copper to go looking for her father. Like that's where the book starts. There is a boy that ferries her back and forth from where she is getting higher. I don't know if that's like a real thing in the ocean, but it sounds like it's like gemstones or something down there, and then she sells them to another ship and then she gets copper. It sounds like she is saving up. She's been saving up for 4 years. She's almost got what she needs so she can go off looking for her father to get back what has been lost. And like I can't wait till we get into the history of her and her father, because the page 8, the last like couple sentences of the chapter are, after 4 years, I wondered if he'd even recognize me when I finally showed up knocking on his door. If he'd remember what he said to me as he carved into my arm with the tip of his whalebone knife. But my father wasn't the forgetting kind. Neither was I. And I was like, ooh. What's carved into your arm? Why is your dad carving into your arm? Why did your dad drop you off in the middle of an island of thieves? Like, what is going on? So I'm super intrigued. I have a feeling I'm gonna love this. I already love Fable. Yeah, 8 pages in and I already love her. So here we go. But I'm about to go into work and work. So I am doing good on my reading for today. I needed to read 1 chapter of Fable. I needed to catch up on last Monday's reading, which was reading 2 chapters of Furyborn. Did that, and now I need to start and read 2 chapters of Cinder, because that's one of my Naruto TBR adventure card picks for this month, so that needs to be read. And then I'm done for today and I can start working on tomorrow, maybe get a little bit ahead. We'll see kind of how this goes and if I can do it. So here we are. Anyways, see y'all later. Okay, hello. My last check-in, because I'm going to be ending my vlog like here because it is the 25th. It's a Tuesday and I want to vlog for the last week of May. So I started Cinder. I read the first 2 chapters and I'm really liking it so far. I didn't really have any expectations going in because it's such a hyped book and I've been putting it off for literally years. So here we are. I read the first 2 chapters and I am intrigued. There is a lot of stuff going on that they seem little in the first 2 chapters, but I think a lot of it is going to circle back around, and so I'm really excited for that. So here we are, first 2 chapters, loved it. I also read another chapter of Fable, still love it. Where did we end off? Yes, we are kind of following Fable in this chapter, and well, the whole book, but this chapter is kind of her reminiscing about like the past, like, what is it, 5 years she's been on this island, and we get little snippets of her like remembering her mother and all the things that her mother has taught her and how that has benefited her living on this island full of thieves. And I'm really excited to see when everything goes wrong, because she pretty much has all of the copper she needs to get off the island and to go find her father, but it's only chapter 2, and so I'm assuming, I feel like she's gonna get robbed, but here we are, really enjoying it still. But yes, my next vlog is going to be me probably finishing Fable. Cinder, because it is, I think, my last Naruto TBR book, so I have to finish it by the end of the month. And oh no, finishing Furyborn and finishing A Heart So Fierce and Broken. They all need to be finished. So my next vlog is going to be me reading and finishing these 4 books. So check in with me then. And yeah, until then, please check out my other videos. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you have watched all the way through this video and want to see more of me. Anyways, thank you and goodbye.